Hello Internet, welcome back to another castle. My gamer tag is I'm Leet Mando, and I'm here to give you a girl's perspective into the gaming world. This week I have for you the Walking Dead game. I just finished it, I loved it, we'll get into that later. Nintendo announces the 2DS, is this a joke or not? I have another achievement badge to give out. I do a little something new that I haven't tried yet. And of course I have my strategy guide for dating a gamer, so let's just get started. Like I said, I just finished the Walking Dead game on Steam, and if you have not yet purchased this game, your first step is to log into Steam. Second step, add me to your friends list, LeetMando, 1337Mando. Third step, purchase and install the Walking Dead game. Start playing it right away. You will not regret it. This game is not only available on PC and Mac, it's also available on the 360, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation Vita. There were a lot of cute moments for me in this game. I felt like River Tam all the time. There were too many feels, but maybe that's because this game actually sticks to what the heart of the comic books is. And that's not the zombie apocalypse, it's not the Z-Pac. It's the people and the choices that they have to make in these terrible situations, and then how they live with those choices. Oh, and hey, there are zombies too. You play Lee, and you don't know a lot of things about Lee, except that he's a prisoner and he's being transported to another prison. We don't know what he's done, we just know that it's a kind of a high-profile case for the locals. But one car crash later, and Lee is forced to face the Z-Pac head-on, and after fighting for his life, Lee stumbles upon a little girl named Clementine, who was actually left at home with a babysitter when everything kind of went to hell. And by the way, the babysitter is a little Night of the Living Dead. Lee and Clem actually end up saving each other's lives, so Lee promises to take Clem to find her parents, and really that's a much better option than leaving her at home. Through their journey to find Clementine's parents, you find a lot of other survivors, and you actually run into some characters from the comic and the show. What I really loved about this game is that it actually changes to the decisions that you make. So really no one plays the same game, and if you went back and played it again, unless you made the same exact decisions, it would not be the same game. And here's something you guys should know about me. When I play games like Fable or Knights of the Old Republic, I have to create a light side character. I really don't like eating crunchy chicks, and I don't like getting dark side points. I just don't like it. But with this game, I really wanted to stay true to the decisions that I would actually make if I was in these situations. And it's actually really easy to do because all of your conversational reactions are timed. And even if you just sit there and say nothing, that's taken as a reaction. So if you go AFK at the wrong moment, you might lose your best pal. I only have one complaint about this game, and that is on the PC and Mac version. It gets really laggy anytime you actually have to deal with zombies. But luckily that's not very often. The zombies are kind of the easy part. The really difficult part are the people. And like I said, this game really got to me emotionally after having to deal with cannibalism and putting people out of their misery and talking children through these really difficult situations. I kind of need a break. After you do finish Season 1 though, I highly recommend playing through 400 Days. It's a really quick play. You play 5 different characters and it leads up into the second season, which Telltale Games has said will come out in the 4th quarter of this year. Moving right along, Nintendo announced the 2DS. The 2DS is their entry-level handheld that just doesn't fold in half. According to the Nintendo president, this handheld device is supposed to appeal to younger gamers like 5 and 6-year-olds since the 3DS is intended for 7-year-olds and up. The 2DS will play DS and 3DS games and have most of the functionality of a 3DS system, just not the 3D. The 2DS does have one speaker, which will support mono sound. However, if you put headphones on, you will get stereo sound. This system will be released in North America October 12th for $129.99. At first, I thought that this was an April Fool's joke, except that it's not April. It just really seems like a step backwards for Nintendo, especially since the main target demographic for this device just spans 2 years. Personally, when my son turns 5, I will not be spending $129.99 on some device that I'm pretty sure he's going to scratch up or break somehow. Instead, I'm probably going to be kicking him out of the house to go climb trees and play Robin Hood or something. The more I read about this device, the less that I like it. Like, the left and right triggers are at the very top, which makes me think that Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, 358/2 days, I don't know how you pronounce that game, but it makes me think that that would be a total nightmare. It just seems like a big ball of confusion, and personally, I don't see why I would purchase this over the 3DS, even if my kid was in the demographic. I'm not quite sure though that Nintendo shot themselves in the foot here. I think that there are a lot of parents out there that would prefer getting this device for their children. I just think that if I'm gonna buy 3DS games, I would rather have the 3D capabilities. Okay guys, we have another achievement badge unlocked. Thanks to geeksaresexy.net, I stumbled across Nathan Barnett's Super Mario Super Dance video. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure I have not laughed this hard in a very, very long time. Though Mario's dancing is pretty cool, I have to admit that my favorite part is when Peach comes in and does her thing. Thanks guys for bringing sexy back to Mario. For that, you've unlocked my RAR achievement badge. Now onto something that has absolutely nothing to do with gaming, but I could not hold in the epicness that I experienced with this movie, so I had to share with you guys. The other night, my husband and I stumbled across the movie Steel Dawn. Steel Dawn was released in 1987, and it features Patrick Swayze as this nomad in a post-apocalyptic world, and he roams the desert and finds this group of people that are being harassed by a murderous gang that want to steal their water source. If this sounds a bit like Mad Max and Conan the Barbarian, you would totally be right. In fact, I'm really, really bummed that this movie is not available to stream on Netflix, because I think that we would watch it over and over and over, and actually we probably wouldn't get anything done, so maybe it's a good thing. Even the tagline screams awesome. He is the desert warrior, carving the future with his sword. If you happen to come across this movie on TV or anything, drop what you are doing, stop everything, and watch it. You will not be disappointed. Okay guys, we've made it to the segment that I call my strategy guide for dating a gamer. So non-gamers out there that have been lucky enough to land a gamer, why don't you squeeze on in and let me lay some knowledge on you. My first tip to you was to let us play our games. My second tip was to play games with us. My third tip is to never, ever, 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 ever try to have important conversations with us while we are gaming. Every now and then you may come across a gamer who is gifted enough to multitask while giving out boom headshots. However, that is not the majority of us. Does your Aunt Wanda need us to pick her up at the airport tomorrow at 6? Does your dog need a ride to the vet for his snip-snip operation? It's definitely better to wait until you have our undivided attention to have these conversations with us. Thanks everybody for watching again this week. Remember that if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment about it in the section below, like us on Facebook, tweet with us on Twitter, share the video, subscribe to the channel. We would really appreciate that. Remember that if you have any questions for me, you can tweet me at LeetMando, that's 1337Mando, and I'll see what I can do for you on the next show. Thanks everybody. I will see you next week.